Marcus Rashford back tonight in the squad. Can you tell us why?
Selection, and we have a lot of players outside, so he's in, like I said, every week I choose my players, and he was there to be chosen, and this time he's here.
Marcus Rashford's story has captured the hearts of football fans everywhere, and the drama only intensifies. The English forward, once a staple in the starting XI, now finds himself on the sidelines for the sixth straight match as coach Ruben Amorim rules him out of the blockbuster Liverpool derby due to health concerns. The big question is why? Is it because Rashford has fallen out of favour with his manager? Or is it about more than just fitness, with questions about his attitude and ability being raised? Well, The Athletic's Laurie Whitwell has stepped up to unravel the mystery in his latest report. Stay tuned as we break down the painful reality behind Rashford's struggles and ask the million-dollar question, can he revive his place in the theatre of dreams? The drama continues to unfold. Journalist Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic recently revealed exclusive insights from his conversation with Ruben Amorim back in early December. This was right after Marcus Rashford's dazzling performance against Everton, where his brace powered Manchester United to one of their most dominant victories under the new manager's reign in the Premier League. But despite shining against the Merseyside Blues, a surprising revelation soon came to light. According to Amorim, just 2 days before the Everton match, Rashford had reportedly left Manchester on a Friday night to attend a party with friends at a bar. The Portuguese tactician was far from pleased and confronted Rashford about the incident. However, the English forward vehemently denied the accusations, assuring his coach that the reports were nothing but baseless rumours. Unfortunately, it seems his explanation didn't do enough to win Amorim's trust. Just 3 days later, Rashford was dropped from the starting lineup for the trip to Arsenal. At the time, most assumed it was a tactical decision, as Rashford was subbed on in the second half to replace Mason Mount. But his performance was lackluster, drawing criticism from Amorim not only for his poor showing on the pitch, but also for failing to acknowledge the travelling fans at the Emirates. This was seen as the first major red flag regarding Rashford's attitude, and it appears to have stuck in Amorim's mind. Fast forward to the Nottingham Forest match, and Rashford was once again brought on as a substitute in the 59th minute, replacing Alejandro Garnacho, but he failed to make any impact. His last start for the club came during the Europa League clash against Victoria Plzen on December 12th. Since then, Rashford has been absent from United's matchday squads altogether. The final nail in the coffin, that frosty moment when Amorim blatantly ignored Rashford as he was substituted off for Rasmus Højlund. It's a scene that encapsulates the deteriorating relationship between player and coach, casting a dark shadow over Rashford's future at the theatre of dreams. The Marcus Rashford saga just keeps getting more dramatic. After being inexplicably dropped from 4 consecutive matches despite being in peak physical condition, fans were left baffled by coach Ruben Amorim's cryptic reasoning Rashford simply wasn't meeting expectations. When the English star returned to the bench against Newcastle in match week 19 of the Premier League, it wasn't a comeback to celebrate. Instead, he was left sitting there for the entire game, unused, even as the team struggled with the absence of captain Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte due to suspensions. It was a clear signal that Rashford's place in the squad was far from secure. But the story took an even sharper turn ahead of the blockbuster Liverpool derby. Amorim announced Rashford would miss the game due to illness. The timing couldn't have been more suspicious, as just days earlier, Rashford had been spotted celebrating New Year's Eve with his family and attending a party with teammate Tyrell Malaysia. Was this really about illness? Or was there something deeper at play? According to Laurie Whitwell of The Athletic, the situation was far more complex than it seemed. Insiders revealed that during the final training session before the Manchester City derby, Rashford had turned in a shockingly lackluster performance. He appeared fatigued and disengaged, fueling rumours that he had been out partying the night before, a claim his camp quickly and firmly denied. Despite the denials, Amorim wasn't buying it. This wasn't the first time the Portuguese tactician had questioned Rashford's professionalism. Sources close to the team hinted at growing frustration over the forward's inconsistent focus, both on and off the pitch. Amorim reportedly confronted Rashford directly, questioning his commitment and holding him to the same high standards he demands of every player. To make matters worse, Rashford's struggles in training weren't isolated incidents, they were part of a pattern that had started to weigh heavily on the manager's mind. In a bold and controversial move, Amorim allegedly leaked the starting lineup for the Manchester City derby on WhatsApp earlier than usual, sending a clear message not just to Rashford but to the entire squad. The message was simple at Manchester United: no one is above the rules, no matter how talented or popular they are. The decision by Portuguese manager Ruben Amorim has reportedly received full backing from the Manchester United hierarchy. For too long, highly paid players have failed to embody the standards expected of a Manchester United footballer. Looking back, this isn't the first time Marcus Rashford has found himself at the heart of controversy. Under Erik ten Hag's tenure, Rashford had already faced disciplinary actions for similar behaviour. On one occasion, the English forward was caught partying late into the night for 2 consecutive days before claiming illness to avoid training. In another instance, Rashford overslept following an evening of excessive celebrations, leading to his exclusion from the starting XI when Manchester United faced Wolverhampton Wanderers during the 2022-23 season. While Ten Hag showed leniency and allowed Rashford to gradually reintegrate into the squad, Amorim has made it clear he has no interest in repeating history. For Amorim, the message is simple: no player, regardless of their talent or reputation, is above the rules. He has his own unwavering standards for player attitude and professionalism. Those who fail to meet them will face the consequences, no exceptions. With revelations from The Athletic shedding light on his complicated relationship with Manchester United's management and coaching staff, both past and present. Former assistant coach Steve McLaren, who worked under Sir Alex Ferguson, has long admired Rashford's raw talent and his ability to change the game at any moment. Yet McLaren also warned that the Carrington graduate needed closer supervision in his personal life, a concern he reportedly shared with Erik ten Hag upon the Dutchman's arrival at Old Trafford. Ten Hag, known for his disciplined approach, quickly recognized the risks posed by Rashford's lifestyle choices. He escalated the matter to Sir Dave Brailsford, Ineos's director of sport, in a bid to address the issue head-on. Rashford, hearing of these discussions, demanded a private meeting with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, where he spent 90 minutes voicing his frustrations. During Solskjaer's tenure, Rashford's inconsistent performances and off-pitch distractions began to rear their head. Infamously, Solskjaer was dismissed after a lackluster 1-4 defeat to Watford, a match where Rashford's uninspired display symbolized the broader dysfunction within the squad. Interim manager Ralf Rangnick also acknowledged Rashford's immense potential, but lamented his inability to translate it into consistent performances. Ten Hag, perhaps the manager who built the strongest rapport with Rashford, made significant efforts to reignite the forward's spark. However, after Rashford's contract renewal and pay raise, his commitment waned. Reports of excessive partying and a lack of focus became frequent, with his lifestyle choices spilling over into his performances on the pitch. These issues reportedly pushed Sir Jim Ratcliffe to consider offloading Rashford during the summer transfer window, but no concrete offers materialized. Rumours linking him to Paris Saint-Germain and other Premier League clubs proved hollow, as Rashford's hefty wages became a stumbling block. When Ineos sought Ruben Amorim's advice on salvaging Rashford's career, the Portuguese manager was cautiously optimistic. Amorim believed in the possibility of a turnaround, but insisted it would require a radical change in Rashford's mindset and work ethic. Despite extra attention in training sessions and tailored guidance, Rashford showed little improvement. Sources close to the club revealed that Amorim has grown increasingly frustrated, noting that the player's natural talent alone is not enough to meet the demands of his system. Reports from within Manchester United suggest that Marcus Rashford's training performance has been inconsistent, with flashes of brilliance on some days, but followed by periods of illness or fatigue. Yet, instead of taking time to rest and recover, the 27-year-old has reportedly immersed himself in an overwhelming number of activities. From revisiting his former primary school to distribute gifts to engaging in interviews discussing his future at the Theatre of Dreams, Rashford has left little room for true downtime. Adding fuel to the fire, paparazzi have frequently spotted him partying with friends during his breaks, painting a picture of a player who prioritizes his social life over rest and recuperation. These actions have not gone unnoticed by manager Ruben Amorim, whose frustration has reportedly reached a boiling point. The Portuguese coach, known for his no-nonsense approach, has made it clear that he cannot tolerate such behavior. Amorim's stance is firm: a player who struggles to set the right example cannot be a part of his team, especially if their attitude risks undermining the culture he is trying to instill at Old Trafford. There's no denying the immense contributions Rashford has made to Manchester United, With 138 goals in 426 appearances, he sits 13th in the club's all-time scoring list, just 7 goals shy of Cristiano Ronaldo in 12th place. If Rashford were to focus and play to his full potential, surpassing that milestone would be well within reach. His natural talent is unquestionable, but talent alone is not enough at a club like Manchester United, where attitude and professionalism carry equal weight. Rashford needs to change his approach if he wants to remain part of this team. At 27 years old, he is no longer the young prodigy. He should be setting an example for the next generation of players, not creating disappointment both on and off the pitch. Once earmarked as a future symbol of Manchester United, Rashford now risks becoming a cautionary tale instead of a beacon of hope. Ultimately, Rashford's future lies in his own hands. Ruben Amorim can guide him tactically and help sharpen his skills, but the manager is not a babysitter who can micromanage the player's every move. If Rashford fails to recognize the consequences of his behavior, the time to part ways may come sooner rather than later. For a star who has given so much to the club, the question now is whether he is willing to give even more to rebuild his image and fulfill the immense promise he once showed. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel and stay updated with more exciting stories. Feel free to leave a comment below to share your thoughts.